Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. If you're new here, feel free to take a time out and check out my intro video on how I lost 120 pounds on the carnivore diet. But we're gonna pick up right where we left off from the last video. I'm hoping that it's helpful to show people like what I eat in a full month. Rather than just one day at a time, this is gonna give you a really good picture of a full month of eating. I'm actually really surprised at the differences in this video versus the last video. I will say that the upcoming, 2 weeks that you're gonna watch are a lot more typical for me. I was going back and forth to work, steaks were on sale, and I had to go on a trip for my job. I do travel some for my job, so there was travel days and business lunches and hotel meals. So this is probably a more typical 2 weeks of eating than the first video that you watched where I was home more and my husband was out of town. I also made the decision halfway through this 2 weeks to cut out cheese. So I'm a little surprised at what happened to my appetite, and you'll see as you watch this video what happened when I did cut out cheese. It does start a little bit boring where the very first day I had pork leftovers. In the first video, you watched us cook a pulled pork roast that was delicious. And so I took leftovers to work, and that's pretty typical for me as well. Hope you enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here.
I started the day having about a half a pound of this leftover pork. This was 4 quarter-pound patties, 6 mini strips of bacon, and 4 slices of cheese, all ordered a la carte. It ended up being just over $11.
I am off work today. I chaperoned a field trip for my kindergarten daughter's class, and it was like a bring your own sack lunch meal. So I decided to fast and not bring anything. And then now that I'm home, I'm going to cook up a couple of ribeyes on the Auto Wild that I'll have for lunch today.
And here is my lunch for today. This is just under 2 pounds of ribeye, little coarse salt on top, and that is some goat cheese that I'm just gonna eat a couple tablespoons of goat cheese with this.
I wasn't supposed to eat lunch today because I have ribeyes that I'm cooking for dinner tonight, but I love a lunch and I love eating a lunch. So I got some burger patties for lunch today from In-N-Out. I did only get 10 instead of like 16 because I know, and I'll probably just now switch and have 1 ribeye for dinner instead of 2. This is why I hate trying to eat more than 1 meal a day. So I had those 10 burger patties from lunch. I tried to stop myself, and then I wasn't super stuffed. Like, I wasn't hungry when I was done, but I certainly wasn't full. And then I spent all afternoon like waiting until I could eat. So tonight I should eat 1 ribeye, like half a portion of what I normally do, but I am feeling like I didn't even eat today. Like, I miss that super full feeling when I only do 1 meal. And eating 2 meals just makes me like think about food all day and like obsess about food in between. So we'll see. I just tend to overeat when I try and eat 2 meals. But tonight's my mom's last night here. She goes home tomorrow, and so I wanted to make sure that I was eating dinner with her tonight. I better check these steaks. Hang on.
Yeah, so I ended up eating both, but they were small.
It is Saturday, and Chris is finally back into town. We had some friends over for a late lunch today, and we wanted to give them what we consider the perfect steak experience. So we smoked up some really thick prime New York strips on the smoker and then finished them in the Auto Wild. And I hope they were impressed because this is definitely what we think is the perfect way to eat steak. I'll show you a picture next.
These were 4 almost 2-inch thick prime New York strips from Costco. I ate 1 by myself, and that's it. It kind of made up for me overeating a little bit yesterday to be under a little today.
We are finally all home together on a Sunday, and Chris is loading up the grill for us to all have Sunday lunch. What are we having, Chris?
Steak.
We're having ribeyes because they're still on sale. And then I'm leaving tomorrow for Tulsa, so I'll show you guys. I'm going to make some jerky this afternoon, too.
Chris and I will each eat 2 of these steaks, and the kids picked burger patties to have for lunch. They are seasoned with adobo and smoked paprika.
So this literally almost never happens, but I kind of just lost my appetite. I was like eating almost a whole steak done, and then I just kind of don't feel like eating anymore. I think because we had some like really delicious, more expensive prime steaks yesterday. This is like your budget grocery store. It's a little tougher. It's just not like I'm not feeling it. So I'm gonna stop eating, and we'll see if I get hungry later. I am in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I came here for a work business trip, and it is evening. I have not eaten anything since yesterday. I did munch on a little bit of that jerky that I made. I brought some jerky, but I didn't eat it yet. And I will say there's something very liberating about not having to eat when you travel. I used to spend a very large amount of food on just like airport snacks and food during my layover, and I used to eat, you know, this is a 3-hour flight to get here. I would have typically eaten every minute of that entire flight. So I love fasting on travel days. I have a work dinner tonight celebrating a coworker's birthday. So I don't know, we just picked the place right before this. I have no idea what I'm gonna get, and I'll let you know if I find anything good. They had an 18-ounce ribeye on the menu, and one of my coworkers actually ended up eating the salad and all the sides that came with my steak, and I got the steak and we split the meal. When I travel, it's really hard for me to get in like as much meat as I need in one meal. Plus I usually have I just had a work lunch and then I have a work dinner later tonight. So I usually eat twice when I travel. And so we are at Schlotzsky's Deli. I'll show you a video next, but I ordered a beef and cheddar and bacon sandwich. I'm trying to cut back on the cheese. And so I ordered no bread, no cheese, no mayonnaise, and I got a bowl full of roast beef and bacon. We can call this my carnivore salad. I put lots of salt on it and just ate the roast beef and bacon. For dinner, we went to a Cajun restaurant. They actually have a Cajun ribeye on the menu, and this place gives me shrimp instead of the potatoes and vegetables that comes with it. It's fantastic. I hardly eat breakfast, but this hotel had a ready-made omelet station with fresh eggs, some delicious bacon, and so I got an all-meat omelet with no cheese and bacon. Okay, today I had a lesson in you never know what people will be willing to accommodate until you ask for it. I just went to a restaurant. I'm at the airport, and it's noon. I haven't eaten. I'm going to be home late enough that I don't want to eat when I get home. I could fast, but there was a burger place in the restaurant that smelled good, or in the airport that smelled good, and I thought I might as well see what they're willing to do. I simply just talked to them about what I wanted, what my options were, and they gave me 5 patties with bacon for the cost of their triple bacon burger. So it was $12 for an airport. That's a fantastic price. If it was gonna be crazy expensive, I probably just wouldn't have eaten today. But since they were willing to accommodate me, I now have a great meal, so don't be afraid to ask. Not much food update for yesterday. I ended up doing a 48-hour fast. When I travel, sometimes I am a little off on my schedule and my amounts and how often I'm eating, so I really do love a good 48-hour fast when I come home from traveling. Today, the only thing I've eaten so far is jerky, and it is now 5 p.m. So I thought about just continuing to fast, but I really started getting hungry, and I splurged and got myself some rib cap steaks from Costco. These are expensive. I'm very aware. Not an everyday thing, usually a birthday or Christmas treat, but since I was traveling for work, I have spent zero money on food this week. I got to expense all my work meals, and I ate jerky today, and I fasted. So definitely gonna make up for the food budget this week and eat these expensive steaks. I'm gonna eat one tonight, and then I'm gonna save one for tomorrow. We have some sick kiddos, so we are kind of doing a lazy Saturday. Chris is grilling us up some lunch. I'm gonna have some flat meat now with everybody, just so we can all eat together, and then later I'm gonna eat that second rib cap, but that is a whole longer process. So I'll wait and eat that this afternoon. Costco and Sam's Club call this flap steak. I ate a little over a pound of it. It is Sunday, and we have a lot of meat in the fridge that needs to get cooked, so we're just pretty much throwing everything on the grill, and I think somebody's gonna eat it. We have some ground beef that we made into burger patties. I had some beef belly that I'm actually trying to cook a couple different ways. I'm putting some in the oven, I threw some in the smoker, and then I'll throw it in the air fryer and see how smoked beef belly tastes. Chris is prepping some flat meat for us, and then I actually ended up not eating anything yesterday after lunch, and so I have that second rib cap that I have in the smoker right now, and we'll finish it on the grill when we finish. So we're gonna eat a lot today.
This is what that beef belly looks like raw, and then I just put some in the oven and we'll see how it's gonna crisp up. This is my first time trying it twisted up in the oven. And here is the smoker. I have that gorgeous rib cap, and then I'll finish that on the grill to get it nice, good crust on it, and some beef bacon that we're gonna see how it tastes smoked. We got some burger patties for the kids and Chris. We will split that flat meat. I'm certainly gonna eat that rib cap and then have some of the beef belly. I may be able to cook an amazing steak, but usually just one. Chris is the master at like timing everything so it's all done and we can actually all sit and eat together. So FaceTime. Okay, tell me what you're gonna have for lunch today, Penelope.
Today I'm going to have some chips.
No, they're grain-free chips, right?
Right. And then I'm going to have 2 cheese slices, a couple dried apples,
Yep.
a few zucchinis, same thing with my brother except for cheese. Then I'm going to have like a whole burger patty.
This is all beef, but it's 4 completely different textures and 3 different parts of the cow. It gives you a lot of variety for just eating beef. You want some of my steak? Yeah?
Yeah.
Look, that came out perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take a look at that. You got it. You got it. It's good. Kid approved. Mom approved. Right?
Yep.
I didn't quite finish everything. I have noticed something that maybe is because it's been like 6 days that I haven't had cheese yet. That I think my appetite is not quite as strong. Like I probably would have been munching on cheese while we were cooking, and then I would have been eating meat and cheese alternating. I probably wouldn't have been able to finish everything and eat more. So I think that's one of the biggest things I've noticed so far without having cheese. I gave Chris some of my rib cap. Penelope had some. And then I didn't quite finish everything else. No leftovers in this house because Chris is going to finish them all. Today is Monday and I have no food to report for today. I am fasting. I really enjoy doing a 48-hour fast on a Monday just to start the week. I typically eat a lot on the weekends, as you guys see. And so doing a 48-hour fast is a really good way for me to reset physically and mentally. I'm not hungry after eating so much on the weekends. And so I just ran out. Now it's my lunch break and I'm gonna run in and go tanning and then get back to work. Today is one of my absolute favorite work meals when I bring my food from home, and that is what I kind of call my make your own deli meat. This was a tri-tip that we smoked. We used to do it in the oven before we had a smoker and then finish it on the grill. And once it's cold, I just slice it thin and bring it and eat it cold. I put some salt on it and eat it cold. Like you could eat it with cheese, like a meat and cheese roll-up, but I'm just gonna eat, this is a little over 2 pounds. I'm sure some coworkers are definitely gonna steal a taste or two, but I will eat this for my lunch. All right, lunch today is one of my go-to work lunches, and that is eggs and bacon. I have 4 eggs, 6 pieces of bacon. I also had about 6 ounces of that tri-tip that was left over from yesterday. And this will be my one meal for the day. I just really can't ever do reheated steaks. So eggs and bacon and cold meat is kind of my go-to. I don't know what it is about eggs and bacon, but whenever I eat eggs and bacon, it just doesn't seem to fill me up as much as a steak would. So I never feel like I actually ate enough that day. So here I am, almost 7 o'clock at night, eating again. And this is the beef belly, which is like beef bacon that I got from my local butcher. I stopped by and picked up some on my way home from work today. And I am eating about a half a pound of that tonight. All right, after eating out and eating leftovers at work for so many days, I do get a little bit of food fatigue or just get bored with eating this way. And the only thing that fixes it is a fresh grilled ribeye. So that is what I'm having for lunch today. I have a giant 1.5 pound ribeye from Costco, and then I actually cooked up some of that beef belly too to have on the side. I'll show you. This perfect steak definitely broke any food boredom I was having, and I love having a different texture of beef on the side as well.
All right, well, I made a mistake because I was trying to like do something creative for my last day filming for this video, and I went to a Greek place that had beef kebabs, and I asked for just the kebabs a la carte, the steak kebabs. And so I got 4 steak kebabs, and I asked for no sides and no sauce, but they included some a lot of peppers, and then I think it has like a balsamic glaze on it. So I pulled the meat out. I'm gonna wipe off as much of the sauce as I can. Depending on your goals, you might not want to eat this. At the point of where I am, this is not like little sauce I can't wipe off. It's not gonna hurt me too bad, but it definitely will limit how much I eat today, and I will certainly be eating some more later tonight. All right, so that was a very anticlimactic end to this video. My plan was to eat last night, but a friend came over, and so we hung out, and I realized by the time I got really late, I wasn't even hungry, so I saved that ribeye and stuff that I was gonna eat yesterday till today, but I'm not filming that for you. You have to go check out my Instagram to watch that. I think overall, my takeaways from this video, I was really shocked at the fluctuations in my appetite. Those are not things that I've really tracked before, and filming this every single day for a month helped me to see that. I also noticed a big difference in my appetite cutting out cheese. So the longer I go without cheese, I might do a video in the future about that. I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe and stick around. Let me know what other types of videos that you would like to see. We are starting an extended fast in the next couple days. And so maybe in the future, I'll do a video about how that goes, why I'm still fasting. I have a video already about fasting if you are curious, or you can come find me on Instagram and keep up with what I eat daily and our family and our life. Thanks for tuning in.